Hi there, it's April 24th. I realise it's probably been about a month since I've done a video, and there's been lots of things going on, and to be honest, I just haven't been particularly bothered in doing a video. Um, but I thought I'd better tonight, really. I don't know why, I just thought I did. My dreads have changed quite a lot. I put some hair extensions in a while ago, and they are really maturing quite nicely, and they're going quite hard now. Um, they're sort of going all, you can sort of see bits, kinky bits in, and getting bumps and lumps and things. And I've got some really interesting ones at the back, which I put some beads back in. Um, I didn't have beads in. I was having a phase of not having beads in my dreads, so I decided to put some back in, and I've got one at the back. Let me see. Got a really big kind of knobbly bit in it. Let's see if you can see that big, great knobbly bit. So I've got some interesting lumps and bumps and things. And I've also taken I think it's about 2 at each side out, because the sides were really hurting. They were really, really uncomfortable, and there were some of them, because I tend to still hit the dread then. Still tend to sort of run my fingers through the fringe or bangs at the front, and so there was one down here which I took out, just down here, and one up here which was really hurting. So I took a couple out, and I've still got plenty of dreads. I just had to wash my hair a couple of times over the weekend, because Saturday's usual wash day. Not a bit. It's real hard, that one. Usual not Saturday's usual dread washing day, and then I went running on Sunday, and I went roller skating on Saturday night because it was roller disco at Beverley Leisure Centre, and then I went running on Sunday morning. Did about 4.5 miles along Hessel Foreshore, which is a really nice run actually. It's really nice. It was a gloriously sunny day. London Marathon was on the same day, the hottest London Marathon on record. A couple of our West Hill ladies were running in that. They did really, really excellent, just unbelievably well. But we did 4.5 miles, me and my friend Sue. And I got a couple of sprints in there. I've started, I did a fartlek training, well, basically, it's just interval training, basically, last Wednesday, and it was really, really hard, really hard. But I thought, apparently interval training is really beneficial for getting your strength up, your stamina up. I'm not really bothered about speed. The actual, how fast I am, not as speed as in the drugs. Because there are quite a few things I don't give a fuck about now. I've started reading a book by Sarah Wright called The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Fuck. And I've just started on my things list. There's like 4 categories, I think. Things, work, friends, family, and acquaintances. Or friends, acquaintances, whatever, and then family. And I've started on my things list. And one of my things that I don't give a fuck about is race finishing times. I really don't care, but I need to stop giving a fuck about that, because it's not important. What is important is finishing and enjoying my running. That is really important to me, because the day I don't enjoy it is the day that I'll just give it up. I just won't run. And it's a really good thing in my life is running, especially with friends. The little gang of people that we have is really good, and we swear a lot and we banter and stuff, and it's a really good little gang we've got. We don't have a clique. We're just kind of like similar people with similar attitudes and run similar sort of speeds, although I must be the slowest one. But I really don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about how slow I am. I'll finish. It's as simple as that. So it's a really good book. It's basically sort of decluttering your life, of not giving so many fucks about things, not caring so much about, not worrying about so much things, not, giving a toss about so many things. and you know, getting those things out of your life, like you know, I really don't give a fuck about celery. I really don't give a fuck about the Syrian conflict. I really do not give a fuck about soaps like EastEnders and Coronation Street and stuff like that. What I do give a fuck about is recycling. I like to recycle. I like to make an effort about recycling and reusing things. I give a fuck about things, TV shows like Lucifer and The Magicians, and a new one that I've just found called Immortal Instruments, and or is it Elemental or something? Anyway, and Sirens and Once Upon a Time, and those sort of witchy, werewolfy fantasy kind of things. And Van Helsing, didn't see that coming. End of season 2. Didn't see that coming. No spoilers, but I did not see that coming. Yeah, this, you know, I don't care about people like, you know, grassing on people and sleeping with each other and paying each other off. You know, I used to live in a village where there was a lot of, you know, people sleeping with each other's wives and paying them off and gossip, gossip, gossip. Don't need to watch it on telly. It's just boring. The other things I give a fuck about is nicely cooked vegetables. I like nicely cooked vegetables. I also give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about being superly tidy. I do give a fuck about mess and chaos and utter chaos and mess. You know, if it's really, really messy, then and chaotic, I can't stand that, because there's no, I will find it hard to find things and it's too confusing for me and things. But I'm not obsessive compulsive disorder about being clean. You know, I like tidy, but and you know, I'm not compulsive about it, unlike the person next door who's insane and OCD. And basically, I'll go into it in another video. So it's a really interesting book. I really recommend it. Sarah Wright, The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Fuck. She's also got a couple of other books in the series called You Do You, and I think it's Get Your Shit Together. But if you go on Amazon and put in The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Fuck, you will find the other two in the series. And I've got them on hardback. You can get them on ebook and audiobook, I think. I got the 3 hardbacks for like 28 quid, and I've got free delivery as well. So, and they're not very big books, because hardbacks are always in really big print to make them seem substantial. I think all non-fiction ones usually are, aren't they? But yeah, I'm hoping that this new, you know, decluttering my life and not giving a fuck about so many things will help. My CBT has completed. I didn't find it amazingly beneficial, to be honest. But I just need to start working on simple things like not giving a fuck. Not giving so many fucks. Not being an arsehole about it. That's really important. Learning to not give a fuck. Not to be sorry about it, but not to be an arsehole about it, which is very difficult, I think. You know, I can be a bit of an arsehole, especially when I get cold callers. You know, like the overseas callers that ring you up and say they're Microsoft support and they've got virus on your PC. Really, have I? Oh, that's interesting. Seeing as I work in IT. So I asked them some technical questions and stuff, and then they're like, oh, actually, we need to speak to somebody else within the family. No, fuck right off, because I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get into my shit and steal all my shit and put viruses on my PC, steal all my financial data and do me over. Fuck right off. And I usually tell them to as well. I mean, it's not their fault, it's their job, but fuck right off. It's as simple as that. We've now fortunately got a telephone that blocks all that shit. Thank God for that. They don't seem to get the message, but hey, it don't come through, so I don't need to pick it up anymore. Anyway, so I highly recommend those books. So that's my little thing for the day. It's the books, and yeah. Otherwise, life plods on as normal. So I'll talk to you again soon. Hopefully not as long. I'll talk about something else tomorrow. Okay then. Laters, dudes. Bye.